Welcome back to another Sunday Budget Reset. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you how much I spend in a week as a 40-year-old living in Atlanta. Let's get right into it. So the very first thing I do, of course, is take out my budget notebook. This, of course, is a happy planner that I actually had, just sitting around. And I just reuse it by putting my budget worksheets inside of it. So this is my budget worksheet right here on my notebook right here. And this is my expense tracker where I track every single one of my expenses. Every time that I spend money, I come over here, I write it down, and I just have a whole little process that I actually do. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see like my Sunday budget routine, because it's a whole vibe. It's a whole thing that I actually do over here when it comes to tracking these expenses. But inside of this budget notebook is where all of the magic happens. When it comes to my finances, I believe in that we all should have like a budget routine. We all should have some type of way that we are tracking our spending, tracking our bills and things like that. And this budget notebook, of course, will do that for you. Now, I also use a spreadsheet as well to input all of this information just so I can make sure that I'm on track with the calculation, and just so I can also see at a glance how much money do I have left in that category. Because I do budget by categories, I have 7 different budgeting categories that I like to budget by, and that I put all of my expenses up under. And this helps me set a realistic budget, and it helps me to easily plan out my next month. You get what I'm saying? So if you are interested in this notebook, I will link it down below. If you are interested in the spreadsheet, I will also link it down below as well. But let's get into the very first category, which is my savings category. Now, my budgeting categories are listed from the most important to the least important to me. So of course the savings is the most important thing to me, and right now I did not save any money this week. Now, I do have my savings set up on automatic draft, so every single time that I get paid, I have money going into my retirement, my investment account, and then my personal savings / emergency fund. So since I wasn't paid this week, no money was actually saved. The next category is my home category, and up under my home category is my mortgage, utilities, aftercare fee for my son, my phone bill, short-term disability, life insurance, all the important things. All of the bills that I know gotta be paid before I do anything else is that type of category. So within my home category, I spent $257.24 because I did have to pay short-term disability, which was $82.44, and then my phone bill came out for $174.80. And I have 2 phones, my phone and my son's phone, and we have AT&T. I am looking into maybe switching providers. I'm thinking about even going to Metro, because I need like spend no more than $100 on a phone bill, so that way I can be saving that $74, or I can be putting that towards debt. The next category is transportation, and up under my transportation category is gas. Now, I didn't have to fill up my car or nothing but one time this week. Y'all know I'm in the Jeep, and when I'm in the Jeep, sometimes I have to fill it up twice. But because this week was a short week because of the holidays, and I didn't even go anywhere, I wasn't even doing anything, your girl was in the house, I only spent $33.97, which is super exciting. The next category is food category, and this is the category that your girl tends to go over in, because your girl is a big back and she be hungry and she love frappes and she love all of the things when it comes to food. Now, I did go get something to eat. I did go to the Mexican with my friend. I met up with her. We talked about budgeting. We talked about content creation, things like that. Like, I really do love doing those types of meetings. I should have taken that out of my content creation money, but because right now I'm so strict with the amount of money that I have coming in for content creation, and I'm really focused on paying off debt, I'm just using that money, for debt. Once I take out my taxes and the expenses for the business, I'm using all of that money towards that. So I'm not giving myself any of the content creation money this year until I pay off all of my debt when it comes to the credit cards and my collections account. So this money came out of my out to eat or grocery budget, and I spent $75.11. I went to the Mexican like I told y'all, and of course your girl probably got a frappe every single day this week. It is sad that I have to get a frappe every single day, and I get it from McDonald's. McDonald's to me has the best mocha frappe, and that is the order that I get. I paid $2.85. I kind of like know the amount now because I literally go every single day. It's sad to say that, but I'm just being honest, you guys. I'm being very honest. The next category is subscriptions, and this week I had my Apple subscription to come out because the girl got so much stuff in her phone. She need extra storage, and that was $9.99. The next category is debt. Now, I told y'all last week, if you have not checked out that video of what I spent in a week last week, I'm gonna link that video down below as well. But last week I paid my Discover credit card, and that was $91.83. But the money did not clear once I did my tracking. It actually cleared on the 18th after I did my tracking. So that's the reason why it's actually on this week what I spent in a week video. And that was, what was that? $91.83 for my Discover credit card. Now, I also have a Merit credit card. That credit card is paid off. I do not recommend Merit credit card if you are trying to get a credit card, because once you pay it off, they still want $4 just to keep it open. And I have to pay that $4 every single month. And it is crazy to me because I have to leave it open in order to get all of that credit age reported on my credit report. Because if I do close it, then it's gonna close out all of that credit age, and that will possibly drop my credit score. Now, going into next month, because I haven't really been talking about credit scores over here, and last month I paid off a credit card and my score went up, and then this month I'm paying off a credit card and my score should go up as well. So next month, starting next month, we're going to be talking about credit scores, and I'm going to tell you exactly where I'm at. In the videos, you already see what I'm actually doing. So this will let you know that maybe you could possibly pay off your credit cards and the amount of points that you may get for paying off these cards. So next month, be on the lookout for like credit updates, credit score updates, or some type of videos like that. Y'all let me know in the comment section down below, like what type of videos when it comes to the credit score do you want to see from me. But with my debt, I spent $210.83 on debt this week. I also had to pay my collection account. When I bought this house, because of my debt to income ratio, or because this collection was more than $2,000, they told me that I had to get on a payment plan or I had to pay that debt off. So I don't know if it's gonna, be the same for you, but just keep that in mind. If you are trying to purchase a home and you have something in collections that's more than $200, they may tell you the same thing, where to pay it off or to get on a payment arrangement. And that's what I did. I got on a payment arrangement. But right now I'm working a debt snowball when it comes to my credit cards and this collection account, and this $115 gonna get up out of here really, really, really soon. I think I'm gonna be focusing on that next month, but we'll stick around for that. The last category is miscellaneous, or everything else spending. And I spent $44.65, which I'm super excited about, because last week your girl went over $100 in this category. And usually I try to give myself just $100 total per month with the miscellaneous spending. But I end up buying my son some shoes, because of course I bought myself some shoes, and anytime that I try to get myself some shoes, I tend to get him some shoes as well. But he also broke his phone, or he did something with his phone where the screen just went completely black and it wouldn't charge. So I had my dad to take him up to the phone store to replace his screen, or to do whatever they said was wrong with it, and that cost $75. So had I known that he was gonna do that, after or before I bought those shoes, I probably would have waited on the shoes. I don't know, but he needed some shoes anyway, so I'm not really mad about it. And this week we only spent $44.65 on that. So the question is, how much did I spend in a week as a 40-year-old living in Atlanta? And the total is $631.79, which I am super duper excited about. I'm trying to do $1,000 a week, but I know that that's gonna be impossible, being that of course the beginning of the month I have to send the most amount of money, because that's when the mortgage and stuff is due. But I think the other weeks I'm thinking about just breaking those down by week, trying to stick with the realistic dollar amount that I can put towards these weeks, so you guys can actually see, okay, well, how does it look like when somebody is budgeting, okay, let's say $500 in a week, and this is the stuff that she's actually paying, instead of just reading these things off. So I gotta look deeper into my budget when it comes to that type of stuff. I'm gonna bring you over here to my spreadsheet and actually show you guys, how I actually do this when it comes to setting up a realistic budget and knowing how much I have left once I've input all of that information in. Okay, so this is my budget spreadsheet right here. This is the transaction tracker right here. So as you can see on the 18th, this is where I actually come in and I write everything down. Now I write all of my expenses down, even if it's a bill or something like that. Now this doesn't come out of the bills. It actually just only focus on the expenses. So I'm gonna show you right here. So here are the bills section. If I write short-term disability on my expense tracker, it's not gonna deduct nothing from it because there's no, there's nothing where I can categorize it up under, if that makes sense. So now that I go back to the monthly budget here, I just really focus on the expense because this is what I really need to focus on so that I can see how much money do I have left for next week, so I know how much I need to be, paying attention or how much I need to be budgeting. So for right now, when we're looking at transportation, so far for the month, I spent $119.09 and I budgeted $204. So I'm doing excellent when it comes to my gas. Now, when it comes to groceries and out to eat, I only give myself one budget for that. I don't separate the two because sometimes in some months I don't need to go to the grocery store. Or if I go to the grocery store, I'm only picking up the items that I actually need. So far this month, I spent $155.60. So I only have $94.40 left, which is like, I got one more week left, and then next week is my boyfriend's birthday, so I only have this amount of money left. But I can also take money out of the transportation and actually put, a little bit extra here just so I can have some money, enough money to take him out to eat. Now, when it comes to sneakers, I've already put aside $175 on sneakers. I ended up getting my shoes through the company that I actually work for, so I didn't have to spend any of that money to get those shoes. So I ended up buying my son some shoes out of that $175 that I put aside. So technically, I still have money left over from a sneakers category. I can use that and put it there with the food budget so that I can take my boyfriend out to eat. Now for fun, I, budgeted $100. I always budget myself $100 for fun. I only spent $14.65 because that was my thrifting. So I should have put that up on the clothes, but because I didn't budget for clothes this month, I did it for fun, so I have to take that money out of my fun stuff. And then on the miscellaneous, as you can see, I typically just like to put $100 there for the whole entire month, and so far I'm already at $123. So next week, I gotta be really careful with the amount of money that I'm spending. So I wanted to show you guys how I actually work this budget spreadsheet. I mean, it is amazing. You can actually see by percentage how much you are spending on debt, how much you're spending on expenses, how much you're spending on bills, and how much you are actually saving. And the reason why this is so big right now, because I haven't literally inputted my second check yet because I haven't gotten paid yet. I will find out how much money I'm getting paid on Monday when I can view my paycheck. And and I get another paycheck from content creation right here as well. So hopefully, this amount will be like $9.90 so I can pay off that credit card. But if it's not, then I don't mind putting the remaining portion that I need to put aside to take care of the credit card that I want to pay off. So this is the credit card that I'm trying to pay off, $990.52. All of the other ones have been paid. Now, I don't know what's going on with the Sephora one. I gotta look and see what's up with that one. But this is the spreadsheet right here, you guys. So if you are interested in the budget workbook or this budget spreadsheet so you can get in control of your finances and track your spending, I will link it down below in the description box, and I will see you guys in the next video.